What's going on, guys? It's me, Jason. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be watching Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua is an explosive wide receiver from BYU. In his first 2 years, or in his 2 years at BYU after transferring from Washington, Nacua averaged almost 16 yards per reception. In 2021, he averaged 18.7 yards per reception. He's a do-it-all wide receiver. He will outrun you, he will outjump you, and he'll even run the ball. He had 39 rush attempts in 2 years, and he averaged 9 yards per rush with 5 touchdowns as a senior. This is a weapon. This is the guy that can really do a lot of things in the screen game, the vertical game, the intermediate game, the run game. He's 6'1", he's 206 pounds, and again, he's a do-it-all weapon. So we're going to watch a few plays of his, talk about the good, talk about the bad, if there is any bad, and we're going to have fun. So make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, that subscribe button, notification bell as well. I do appreciate it. Let's talk about Puka Nacua. Alrighty, so this first play here we're going to be watching is actually going to be Puka Nacua. He's down here. Puka Nacua is going to run this curl route. He's going to sit down in the end zone. We're going to talk about his big body and how he's able to use that frame. Even though he's only 6'1" or 6'2", he's able to use his frame to gain leverage and then secure the catch. Now, it's not a touchdown because the ball doesn't cross the goal line. But, again, you have to respect his ability and his speed to understand that, like, you don't want to give up this outside. You're okay giving up the inside because you have the safety in the middle of the field. But what happens is he's going to push up on that particular DB. He's going to push. Now that DB is going to lose his leverage. So now Puka's going to hit that hitch. Now look at that space, right? This is what Puka does well. Very nuanced things in his game. Secures the catch. According to the ref, it's not a touchdown, but it is a catch, right? Use that arm. Avoid, do a push off, but it's not really pushing off unless you get caught. And that's what happened here. And Puka thrives in that type of situation there. So this next play here, we're gonna have Puka running out of the slot right here. So we're gonna watch him run what will be a deep over, but we're gonna talk about how he accelerates once he gets in front of the defender. He secures the catch, gets a huge gain for his team, right? I want you to watch Puka at the top of this route as he's about to go into his break, right? So there is a lot of space between Puka and that defender. But what happens is Puka kind of rounds that route off, and now there is a little bit of space. It's about 2 to 3 yards here of space. But what happens is Puka's going to press up on that particular DB, and he's going to force that DB to think that he's going to try to take that ball deep or take that route deep. I think the quarterback's going to throw a deep ball. And you can look at the DB's feet, right? Look, he's firing on into that break at the same time as Puka. But what Puka does is Puka begins to sail that route back up to the middle of the field, and now that DB is in a chase position where he's thinking, I'm going to get a deep shot down the field. But what happens is Puka's going to flatten that route back out, and now comes the speed where he just accelerates across the middle of the field. So now, you know, where it was tight coverage at the top of the route here, not anymore. Puka's going to run. He's going to secure the catch, get his feet down before he's even touched, right? That's what I mean. Very small things in his game, how he just, made one move and convinced that defender that he was going upfield. That defender took one false step, and the play was over, right? Good play there by Puka Nacua. So this next play here is actually going to be a deep shot. Here's Puka up there. So we're going to run the play here. It's going to be a very good release off the line of scrimmage there. Puka's going to high point the ball, secure it. It's a good catch. It's underthrown, but it's a good catch. So we'll run it from the end zone angle, and we're just going to watch him catch this football. So, again, ball's thrown down the field. Puka has a lot of separation. If you have a good quarterback, this is a touchdown because you're going to hit him in stride. But Puka understands the limitations of his quarterback. So what he does is he runs underneath the ball, right? Now, that DB was expecting a straight shot, but because the ball is so underthrown, Puka knows his quarterback. He gets underneath the ball. So now that DB has no chance to make a play because he was not expecting Puka to come back to the ball. Puka comes back, secures the catch before the DB's even there, right? DB goes to tackle him. Puka drags him to the 28-yard line or whatever. He gets up, he's patting his head, and he secures the catch for his team, right? Good play. that's a smart receiver, understanding the limitations of your quarterback or the inaccuracies of your quarterback and not selling them out, right? Understand that, yes, you may want to take this ball 70 yards or 80 yards, but your quarterback may only be able to throw it 50. So you got to be able to play and adjust to that quarterback. And he did. And he does on tape all the time. So this next play here we're going to watch is going to be, a release off the line of scrimmage where he's going to take a false step to the right, cut back in, catch the ball over the middle in traffic, gets lit up, gets a first down for his team, right? Now, Puka's release off the line of scrimmage on this particular play is one of the more interesting things that I've seen, because Puka kind of does like a dead leg almost. Look at this right leg here, his right foot. He's going to take a step with that right foot and open up and then cross that defender's face. Now that defender doesn't fall for it. He does initiate contact. Now this is one of the things you really wanted to see more of with Puka on tape, and you begin to see it as he went further into his career at BYU. But again, this is a lot of contact. Puka's going to fire on that in route at about the 30-yard line or so. Get up to about the 27. He's going to throw that hand up because he knows there's a window where I can secure this ball. So ball's going to be thrown. Defender's going to recognize it. This defender is all over Puka's back. Should be a flag. This defender's closing in to try to break up the pass. But what happens is Puka secures the ball. He jumps. He secures the ball in his chest because he braces for that hit. Takes the hit. Gets tackled. It's a first down, right? These are the receivers that you want on your team. These receivers are not afraid to get hit. And, it's dangerous. It's a dangerous game, I understand. But as a receiver, you cannot be afraid to go across the middle. You can't be afraid that you're going to get hit. How many times have we seen receivers go across the middle and they drop the ball because they're scared of contact or they hear footsteps? Not this kid. Not this kid. This kid said, bring me your contact. Bring me your contact and I raise you this shoulder. That's what he said. He gets up. He does his hand signal. Puka's that guy. So this play here, Puka's going to be running this vertical shot down the field again. Well, this time he is going to high point the ball. But on this particular play, he doesn't really have a lot of separation as he did on the previous deep shot we saw. But I like this play better because, again, you're adjusting to the limitations of your quarterback, right? Quarterback fires that ball down the field. Now, you're in this position here where there are receivers who are 6'4", 6'5", who don't do this, who don't high point the ball. Puka understands that I have to out jump this particular defender. But what he does is, look how tight this coverage is, right? That defender has his left arm on Puka's shoulder. Puka shrugs that shoulder away. Now Puka has enough separation to high point the ball. That DB overruns the play. Puka high points the ball, secures the catch, right? Very small detail. He's very detail oriented. And at the Senior Bowl, he talked about how he wanted to focus in on the details. Puka is one of the more detailed receivers in this class. Nothing sloppy. Everything is crisp. He just played at BYU. I'm being honest, right? He just played at BYU. But again, very, very good football player here. Deep threat, does everything intermediate, not afraid of contact. Very good receiver. One that'll be drafted in April for sure. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, that subscribe button, notification bell, so I do appreciate it. As always, y'all take care.